Children, we begin with the next topic, pictographs, lesson number 14. Before we start with the exercise, I'll tell you few things so that you are able to understand what is there in your exercise. The first example, pictorial representation of numerical data. During a survey, the number of students living in different types of houses were listed as shown below. Now there are three types of houses: bungalow, apartment and row house. The number of students who are staying in bungalows are 4, apartment 20 and row house 8. Now you have to make a pictograph based on this. So for this what we'll do is, see, they are considering a smiley to be representing the number of students. Now possibly we cannot be drawing 20 smileys. So what we'll do is, we will find out what is a common, how will we arrange 4, 20 and 8. We know that all these numbers can be written as, they are all multiples of 4, correct? So if we were to represent 4 students by 1 smiley, how would we represent the same data? Okay, so for this, using one picture for 4 students, the students living in bungalows. Now see, instead of 4, we are going to put 1 smiley. For apartment, there were 20. So 1 smiley represents 4 students. So 4, 8, 12, 16, 20. Here it is 8. So 4 plus 4, 8. So the scale is 1 picture equal to 4 students. So depending upon the data that is given, you will decide a picture represents how many students or whatever is the data given. And this is how a pictograph works. Okay. So to make a pictograph, you must study the information, find out the factors of all the numbers to be represented, choose an appropriate scale, a symbol and the right columns for the pictograph. Okay, this is how it needs to be done. I'll show you another example too. Here, information collected from 150 students about their parents' occupations is given. Make a pictograph. So here, occupations of the students' parents: farming, number of students are 60, private job 20, government job 30, other 40. Again, if we were to use smileys, now if I look at the numbers here, 60, 20, 30, 40, what do I understand? If I can make groups of 10, because see, the number 10 can easily be, it is easily divisible, right? All these numbers can be divided by 10. 10 6 are 60, 10 2s are 20, 10 3s are 30, 10 4s are 40. So if I could represent one smiley as 10, if one smiley represents 10 students, see, if I draw 6, so 10 into 6 is 60, 10 into 2 is 20, 10 into 3 is 30, 10 into 4 is 40. So the scale is 1 picture equal to 10 students. Okay. Now we come to problem set 52. Children, when you write in your classwork, you need to write only problem set 52. These examples that I've shown are from the textbook for you to understand better. You don't have to write it in your classwork. What you need to write is the name of the chapter, pictographs. Write problem set 52, and it is only question number 1 which is there in your syllabus. The next 2 questions are not there. Okay. So question number 1, stocks of various types of grain stored in a warehouse are as given below. Make a pictograph based on the information given. So rice sacks are 40, wheat 56, bajra 8, jawar 32. When you look at these numbers, what do you think? These are all numbers which can easily be divided by 8, isn't it? 8 ones are 8, 8 fours are 32, 8 sevens are 56, 8 fives are 40. So what we will do is, I will show you how I have done it. Now, so like this, you will write the name, pictograph, problem set 52. Now here scale, 1 picture is equal to 8 sacks. Okay. Now since these are grains, we can store it in sacks. That is why we have taken it as sacks. So the number of sacks, rice is 40. So the total number is 40. So since each picture represents 8 sacks, 8 2s are 16, 8 3s are 24, 8 4s are 32, 8 5s are 40. Now here the number of wheat sacks are 56. So how many should I draw? 56 divided by 8, 7. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. The next bajra is 8. So I need to draw only 1. Jawar is 32. So 8 4s are 32. So I have drawn 4 sacks. Now what you have to draw is not compulsory that you have to draw sacks. You can draw something else also, but it is always preferable to draw something which is relevant to it. Now for example, grains. You will draw sacks, isn't it? Now, the number of parents doing something with respect to students. So that's why we took up smileys. Okay. So it should be something related to the topic that is given. So with this, we do the first question. We have done the first question of exercise 52. Okay. Now question numbers 2 and 3, which are there behind. This is again not there, children, for you. So what you have to do from this lesson is only, so pictograph chapter 14, you will do problem set 52, question number 1. That's it. Okay. We will start with the next topic, next lesson, chapter 15, patterns. Now I'll tell you what all is there in this lesson, what all you have to write. Okay. So to explain this, I have written few things here. The chapter patterns. First thing is square numbers. Now what is meant by square numbers? I have written the first number 2. What is the square of 2? 2 square, 2 into 2, 4. 3, 3 square, 3 into 3, 9. 4, 4 square, 4 into 4, 16, and so on. 5 square is 25, 6 square 36, 7 square 49, 8 square is 36. I have written up to 13. 13 square is 169. So these numbers are called as square numbers. Next, there is something called as triangular numbers. Now what are triangular numbers? Now when I look at them, see the first number 1 plus 2, that's 3. 1 plus 2 plus 3, that's 6. 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4, when I add I get 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, when I add 15. Then I add to it 6, 21. Then 7, 28. Then I add 8, 36. 9, 45. 10, 55. And then I add 11, I get 66. So I have written triangular numbers for the first 10 numbers. Okay. So I have got the sum of all of them. Now, why do I call these triangular numbers? See, in the textbook, this is 1 plus 2, the arrangement. If I take one dot, then I put 2 dots next to it. This is 1 plus 2. It forms a triangle. Okay. Same way here. 1 plus 2 plus 3. I get another triangle. Okay. Next, 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4. So, in this manner, if I were to draw all these dots, yeah, see here, 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5. So, like this, if you were to go on increasing one line with one dot extra, I would get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You keep on adding and you count the number of total number of dots that you have got. You will be getting the answer in this form: 3, 6, 10, 15, 21, 28 and so on. Now since they form a triangle, that's why these numbers are called triangular numbers. So basically children, in this lesson we learned two types of numbers. One is square numbers and one is triangular numbers. Okay. Now we do this exercise, problem set 53. Okay. Now first question is, find the square numbers from the list given below. That means you have a list given here. From this you have to pick up which are the square numbers. So is 9, 5 is not a square number. 9, yes. 3 square is 9. 12, no. 16, yes. 4 square is 16. 50, 60 are not square numbers. 64, yes. 8 square is 64. 72, no. 80, no. 81, yes. So 9 square is 81. So I have written 9, 16, 64 and 81. Okay. Same way for the second question also, they have given you few numbers. You have to select the triangular numbers. So 3, 6, 15 and 21. These are the triangular numbers. Question number 3. Name a number which is square as well as triangular. Let me look at these square numbers. Okay. See, I have 36 here. Look at the triangular numbers. I have 36 here. So 36 is a number which is both a square as well as a triangular number. Okay. Next, question number 4. If 4 is the first square number, which is the 10th one. If 4 is the first square number, see 4. This is the first square number, which is the 10th one. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. When I come to 10, it is a number 11. What is the number? 121. So 121 is the 10th square number. This is how I get. Okay. Fifth question, if 3 is the first triangular number, which is the 10th one. Now this is 3, which is the first triangular number, which is the 10th one. That means you have to keep adding like this. And when I come to the 10th number, what is the answer that I get? 66. So your answer is 66 is the 10th triangular number. Okay. So to find out the 10th triangular number, I have to do 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 up to 11. And then I get my number 66. Okay, so that is about the exercise 53. Now I think that's the only exercise that is there in this chapter. So what you will do is, children, after you finish the lesson pictograph, you will write chapter number 15, patterns. Okay, and then you're going to write exactly what is there, what I have shown here. I'm going to send you images of this that I have done. So you will first write square numbers up to 13. Then you will write triangular numbers. You will write this up to 10. That is the number 66. And you will write down problem set 53. Write down the question and write down the answers like this. That's all you need to do. So with this, we finish with chapter number 15. Now we have the last one chapter, which I'll be doing in the next video. Okay. I hope you have understood, children. Just a reminder regarding the assignments. I have given you 2 assignments in the last video. You are supposed to be writing both the assignments on 2 separate assignment sheets. Assignment number 1 on one sheet, assignment 2 on the other sheet, either assignment sheets or full-scape sheets. After you answer all the 5 questions, they are home assignments. You can do it at home. You will complete it on the right hand corner of your page. So if this is your page, on the right hand corner here, write your name, standard, division. Okay, and write here on top assignment number 1, write all the questions. On the other page, do the same for assignment number 2. Staple them together and bring it when you are told to get it. So most probably first week of March. Okay, I'll be telling you in the next meeting that we have. Okay. That's all, children. I hope everything is clear. Thank you.